Hello, my name is John Rose. In this video, I'd like to take a closer look at the holiday season, especially since today is Thanksgiving here in America. And I'd like to address this video to all you people who do a solid food vacation this time of year. And I find it interesting that many people use the holiday season as an excuse not to start a better way of life. And we can kind of understand that rationale, can't we? But reflect for a moment what usually you guys go through during this time of year. It's not a good time, is it? Many people gain a lot of weight during this time. What better time to take a solid food vacation when you know you're going to be going the wrong way, even worse? Oh, but I want to do that. Do you really? You know, I coached a lot of people at this time of year, and every one of y'all love it because normally you'd be feeling horrible, and you can tell the difference. This is the thing that most people don't realize. You've never done this before during this time of year, or never ever, and you don't realize that it's a much better way to celebrate the holiday season. Now, I know what it's like when the family gets together. Most people eat a lot more than they normally do. Seems like it doesn't make sense not to be part of that, but it's not the whole event, it's not the whole year. You can skip one meal, one season, and see how you feel. You might get the whole family to start doing this, and then you can celebrate eating the right foods throughout the year a lot longer. It's funny the excuses people give to continue to eat the way they do. Saying I love to eat. Well, if you really love to eat, why don't we add another 10, 20, 30 years onto your life? You get to eat a whole lot more. And I can guarantee you, as long as you eat when you're hungry and you're eating the food you're supposed to eat, it's going to taste great. Now, it's not going to taste that great for a lot of us in the beginning because we've molested our taste buds. We've developed a callus on our tongue, and we've damaged our senses, our sense of smell. So most of us really can't appreciate the flavor of our natural diet. But when you take a long, solid food vacation, one of the three things you want to do, along with flushing out the serpent and bumping up your biophotons, is you want to reset your feedback system. You want to regain back one of your lost senses, your sense of taste. It's called the allostatic taste change. And this is how all animals in nature know how to eat. They eat based on whether it tastes good to them. When you're really hungry and you really need what you're eating, something as simple as a spinach leaf will taste better than ever. And I know because that's where I'm at now. And I reflect back on my life thinking, God, I can't believe I find more pleasure out of just eating a piece of greens than I did a steak. Of course, it's been a long time since I've done that, but that's how my memory is now of those events. So that's the great thing about what we do. Everything we do affects us, and those effects accumulate are going to be reflected in the condition of what we got. Now we have to realize, well, just how many negative effects do we want to accumulate? We can get away with a few of them, and I'm not even saying that might not be a good way to go. Makes a lot of sense. We got to be happy, right? But we don't want to take it to the extreme and then end up dying when it's our own fault. So we have to realize that virtually everyone on this planet, especially here in America, when you die, it's because of your own fault. But they don't put the right cause of death on the death certificate. Remember, death begins in the colon. Death begins when the lip system backs up into the body. That's the disease process. And they don't teach that to our so-called experts. They study the cells in the blood. They don't study the lymph system. Same with nutritionists. They study what's in the food. They study the first two stages of this process, but they don't study the third stage, the elimination stage. So they only know what's in the food. They don't know how long it takes for the food to go through us. And this, in effect, creates that serpent that lives within us. That's what Victor Hugo meant. The serpent within us is our intestines. It's this cesspool that we process because we're eating food with the wrong bowel transit time. Now, I've done a lot of videos on all of this that will help you guys understand what it takes to take a solid food vacation. if you go down to my video in the description box, Solid Food Vacation, and click on to my playlist, go to any one of my channels and go to my playlist on Solid Food Vacation, you'll see a bunch of videos right there that will help you have a solid food vacation. And that's the way to deal with the holiday season. Don't feel miserable while you go through this. Take this as an opportunity to show to your family what you can do when you make some changes. That's the best present you can give your loved ones. Be the change that you can be. And when you can do that, my friends, I guarantee you, you're in for a treat.